Our next lesson in Unit 2 on Logic and Reasoning is on biconditional statements. Our essential question is, how do I write a biconditional statement? Biconditional statements are going to use our knowledge of both conditional statements and converse statements. Sorry, I'm having some technical issues here this morning. In order to write a biconditional. So, it is the conjunction of a conditional statement and a converse. And we are talking about biconditional statements. All right. Let's see. Okay, symbolically, we say P if and only if Q. All right, and our arrow points at both the P and the Q. All right, this is read P if and only if Q, and you can abbreviate this statement right here, if and only if, IFF. Now that's an abbreviation that only works in the world of mathematics. Do not use that in English or your teacher's going to mark you wrong. But IFF mathematically represents if and only if. Biconditional statements are true when both your conditional and converse are true. One of the really cool things about biconditional statements is that all definitions can be written as biconditional statements. This is really powerful. It allows us to go both forwards and backwards as we work our way through proofs later in this unit. So let's see here. We're going to determine the truth value of some biconditional statements. All right, given the biconditional statement below, write both the conditional and converse. Determine the truth value. Okay, two angles are supplementary if and only if the sum of their measures is 180 degrees. So when I write this, I want to stay in the same order as I write my conditional statement. Two angles are supplementary will come first, and the sum of their measures is 180 degrees will be my conclusion. So if two angles are supplementary, then the sum of their measures running out of room here, 180 degrees. Let's write the converse of that. Remember, conditional is P, then Q. Converse, we switch, Q, then P. So, if the sum of the measures of two angles is 180 degrees, then they are supplementary. I'm going to abbreviate supplementary here. Okay, let's go back and look at our truth values. Let's look at the conditional. If two angles are supplementary, then the sum of their measures is 180 degrees. True or false? True statement. Let's look at their converse. If the sum of the measures of two angles is 180 degrees, then they are supplementary. True statement. This makes the truth value of my biconditional true. For some reason, the left side of my smartboard's not working for this lesson, and I'm having to go back and forth to the computer, so I apologize. I wear my snow boots if and only if it snows. So again, I'm going to, I wear my snow boots will be my hypothesis. It snows will be my conclusion. So let's see, conditional is P, then Q. If I wear my snow boots, then it snows. My converse, I'm going to change the order, Q, then P. If it snows, then I wear my snow boots. All right, let's take a look at the truth values here. The conditional, if I wear my snow boots, then it snows. False. I wish that was true. I'd wear my snow boots every day in January and February. We'd have a lot of snow days. The converse, if it snows, then I wear my snow boots. That's true. So this truth value is false. This is not a true biconditional statement. All right, I want you to try numbers 3 and 4 on your own. Pause the video. Okay, let's take a minute to check this. In number 3, my conditional statement ended up being false, and I found a counterexample. X could equal -5. The square root of 25 could be both positive or -5. Okay, whenever you find a counterexample, write it down. It'll help you when you get your test or quiz back figure out what you were thinking, and it'll help us as we're grading your test or quiz figure out what you were thinking. Sometimes you come up with a counterexample we didn't think about, and that could earn you some credit. All right. How do I write biconditional statements? So we're going to write a biconditional statement with the following information. An obtuse angle has a measure greater than 90 degrees. Okay, we still want to stay in the same order. So an angle is obtuse. If and only if it measures more than 90 degrees. Now you'll note that I reworded that a little bit, and that's okay. What's important is that you keep the content the same. The language does not have to be exactly the same. All right, so I want you to try these two on your own, and go ahead and pause your video. All right, let's take a moment to check your work. Is number 2 a true biconditional statement? No, it is not. Okay, a counterexample for number 2 would be 6. 6 is divisible by 2, but it is not divisible by 4. So when you write the converse of that statement, you find that it's not true. What about number 3? Number 3 is a true biconditional statement. So at this point, you need to write a summary, 2 or 3 sentences. Be sure you include the definition of a biconditional statement and how to check its truth value.